Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. I'm still in the hotel and still have my funky setup, which I showed you 2 days ago. Um, but yeah, I decided to try to record this daily tonight. It's quite late already, so I'll try to be a bit quicker than usual, I think. But nonetheless, I will start by explaining the cards one by one. If you're not interested in that, just feel free to skip to the timestamp where I start explaining the kingdom. We have Ducat. +1 coffers, +1 buy. When you gain this, you may trash a copper from your hand. It costs 2 and is essentially just copper. The coffers can be nice to use at a later point of time. And also, notably, it's worth 2, which is nice concerning broker trashing later. We have Broker. Trash a card from your hand and choose one +1 card per 1 it costs, +1 action per 1 it costs, or +1 coin per 1 it costs, or +1 favor per 1 it costs. So it's very versatile, but it's usually terminal unless you choose the action portion. But here, the favors means that it comes with an ally, and the ally is League of Shopkeepers. After playing a liaison, if you have 5 or more favors, +1 coin, and if you have 10 or more, +1 action and +1 buy. So if you can get to 10 favors, brokers are going to be insanely good. Because then whatever option you choose, they give you 1 action, 1 coin, and 1 buy. So you really want to get to that point, I think. But that's already some strategy stuff. And yeah, we can go on to the next card. Flag bearer, +2 coins. When you gain or trash this, take the flag. The flag is an artifact that gets passed around, and whoever holds it draws 1 extra card for their hands. So very interactive card. I usually only go for it if my opponent goes for it, and then yeah, try to win the flag fight. Next up, Hunter. +1 action, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. From those cards, put an action, a treasure, and the victory card into your hand. Discard the rest. So if you reveal 3 different things, of course no curses, then Hunter can be really good. But it can also be somewhat frustrating because sometimes you reveal 3 actions, even if you have treasures and actions in your deck. But on average, it's about as good as a lab. I don't know. Modify. Trash a card from your hand. Choose one +1 card and +1 action. Or gain a card costing up to 2 more than a trashed card. So it's either a cantrip trasher, essentially, with a like junk dealer without the plus coin, and you have to upfront trash, or it's a remodel, which makes it a little versatile and usually a good option to go for. Seer, +1 card, +1 action, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put the ones costing from 2 to 4 into your hand. Put the rest back in any order. So Seer can be really good if there are many cheap 2s and 3s and 4s that you really want to have in your deck. But with many 5-cost cards and many relevant 5-cost cards, it can fall off a little bit. Because then it's usually only a tool to reorder the top of your deck. Specialists. You may play an action or a treasure from your hand, choose one, play it again, or you gain a copy of it. So it's either a throne room, but also works for treasures, or it allows you to gain copies of cards you play. Also +1 action and gain a copy of the card you play. It's really, really strong. And you can chain specialists with specialists. So it's a village of also, and yeah, super nice card you need to be on the lookout for. Spices, +2 coins, +1 buy. When you gain this, +2 coffers. So in effect, it's only as good as silver on play. I mean, it gives a buy, which is also sometimes relevant. Here, it's apart from Ducat and Broker, if it's activated, it's the only plus buy, so not really the only plus buy at all. But when you gain this +2 coffers means that you can accelerate really quickly gaining spices, and that makes it much stronger than the silver. And sometimes even with 6 you go for spices rather than for gold, just because it gives you a bit more tempo, with the coffers and more flexibility for the next turn. Swashbuckler, +3 cards. If your discard pile has any cards in it, +1 coffers. And then if you have at least 4 coffer tokens, take the treasure chest. And the treasure chest is another artifact. So we really have 3 out of the 5 different artifacts in here, and 2 of them belong to border guard. So it's quite the Renaissance heavy kingdom. And treasure chest is an artifact that only one player can have, and it says at the start of your buy phase, gain a gold. And this is surprisingly hard to activate usually. And yeah, I don't know. It's a smithy that sometimes also gives you coffers. Let's say that. Treasurer also comes with an artifact. It says +3 coins. Choose one treasure from your hand, or gain a treasure from the trash to your hand, or take the key. And the key is an artifact that gives you +1 coin at the start of your turn. So while the flag gives you the benefit of the +1 card immediately, and usually Swashbuckler as well, you gain the gold immediately. Treasurer, you need to hold the key for 1 round while your opponent has a turn. They can take the key away from you without you ever receiving the benefit. So that's a bit different. But usually the strongest mode of Treasurer is to trash treasures from your hand. Yeah. Then we have Fair. It's just a project that you can buy, and until the end of the game, each of your turns, at the start of your turn, you get +1 buy. And so is Barracks, which says at the start of your turn, +1 action. Yeah. So as I said, I will sorry, switching to German there. I'm probably a bit tired. I will try to be a bit quicker about this. So let's immediately dive into looking at the kingdom plot. There is no alt VP, there is no attack, apart from the flag bearer, which can feel like an attack because it forces you to also go for flags. But there is a bunch of gains, and there's +buy and Ducat, spices, League of Shopkeepers. There's gains also in specialists, and a bit of gains in treasurer. Like you can do some spices treasurer stuff here, trash the spices to broker and regain them from the trash. Modify can also turn your golds into provinces, which you could in principle regain from the trash. And yeah, thinning in treasurer, broker, modify. Ducat can also, it can remodel your coppers into something that's worth a bit more. Draw in Seer, specialist, not specialist, but broker, hunter, swashbuckler, even flag bearer a bit, and village in specialists mainly, and a bit of village in broker, but usually you don't use it as that. And also, of course, there's barracks to go for. Oh, and for the gains, we also have fair. Yeah, you're not going to struggle getting +buy here. Strategy-wise, yeah, as I already mentioned, the broker spices treasurer synergy seems strong. If you can get your broker up to League of Shopkeepers, you will want to work with a bunch of specialists, I think, and yeah, try to get your hands on some spices, thin your deck, thin the coppers out of your deck, probably using treasurers, maybe using modifiers as well. Get the barracks early because you'll probably be understaffed on actions. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it certainly looks like a strong kingdom where you can build a strong engine. But you have to outrace your opponent, and Spice's money can be deceptively fast at also just going for yeah, having treasure spices and going for provinces straight away can also, yeah, we have to outrace this. Opening wise, I prepared this opening plot. It's very simple. I think on the 4-3, it's quite clear that we want to go for some thinning. So broker and then Ducat. I'm just thinking maybe on the 3-4, if AI goes for flag bearer on turn 1, you might want to go flag bearer on the turn 2, but that's really getting into a very, very ugly flag fight. So I think even in that case, you might want to go for broker and then get flag bearer later. And yeah, the 5-2 looks really juicy here with going for treasure. I don't think you should go for Ducat, as Ducat early is only useful to turn your coppers into something better. And if you don't get to trash anything for it, you shouldn't get it. Alright, so let's start the game. This was longer than I intended it to be. But yeah, let's go for broker and silver. And we could go for Ducat. There is an argument for going for that. We have a slightly thinner deck, but I think the silver makes it more likely that we can hit treasurer. Or actually, I'm backtracking. I'm saying, okay, let's go for the broker anyways. Here we could pick up the flag to next turn hit. I actually like that, probably. That way we can pick up the treasure for sure. And we get to trash a state, guaranteed. With the broker, we find all of our cards. We even get to... No, we won't get to set aside a coffers, but that's okay. So let's go for flag bearer here. Let's see whether the AI contests the flag. No, it doesn't. Amazing. +1 coin and pick up our treasurer modify. If the treasurer collides with broker, we could be in for a very sad time. But the 3 coins is just too good to pass up upon, I think. Oh well, or they all collide, but then we actually have a not such a sad time because we can just play get rid of this estate for actions, trash treasure here, hit 5 and even hit 6. But do we need to hit 6 here? I don't think so. What do we go for here? This could be a specialist already. Yeah, I think I like putting in specialist now. And with 4, maybe we go for a second broker and hope to trash our flag bearer next shuffle. No, we don't get to do this here, but you do get to pick up maybe another flag bearer at this point, and then we can still trash the flag bearer next turn if we so need to. Yes, do need to. We can double play this broker, draw a few cards using this flag bearer, hopefully draw the other flag bearer, and play this again for actions, right? Yeah, just get really thin. Trash treasure. I like that. I mean, it's also a bit lucky that we found this this flag bearer there. And here maybe we put in a spices to trash that to the broker to now get up to League of Shopkeepers. I think, yeah, that sounds like a play. Yeah, here we just, I think, double play the treasurer, play it again, trash treasurer again, right? And here maybe just pick up another specialist. We have a very thin deck, which is good for the stuff we want to achieve. And we can even put in one more card because we've accumulated a few coffers. Do we just go for another spices? Then we can trash 2 of them, hopefully double play the treasurer. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't like this hand all too much. Maybe Barracks would have been correct there. But we can trash this one. Yeah, I think we want to trash this one for action, this one for favors, then gain a treasure from the trash. and go for, so the next broker should be a thing that will be activated because we can trash whatever with it. And yeah, I'll just pick up specialist broker here. Yeah, amazing. Well, not that amazing actually, because we do need to trash this, I think, for +1 card. Try to find one of the spices. We don't, but we can play it again. Just trash this broker. Well, yeah, trash this broker for +1 favor here. Play the specialist again to play a treasurer with it. Do we want to gain a copy of treasurer? I guess we can play it again and take the key. No, actually trash this treasure for sure. Now here we can gain a copy of specialist, or do we want to double play the spices? I don't think we need to. Can go for specialist broker here, and we should be really good to go. Now this deck is humming. AI goes for the first province. Yeah, just go for that. Play this again for coin, I think. Play this again to gain a treasure, gain a copy of this, play the broker, draw cards, gain a copy of a broker, play the treasure twice to gain, to gain these treasures. Now here we want to can we do anything exciting with our turn? Oh, I think we can, well, I guess we can, sorry, we can either, yeah, I think we can just stop here and be pretty happy. And our actions, double province, could even triple province, but we really don't need to. Our deck is working just fine like that. Let's put in more spices. And yeah, the most important thing next turn is that we draw, so let's pick up the flag again. The AI snatched it. Nasty AI. And yeah, I think let's just leave it at that. And next turn, unless we have a hand like this, we should be good to province a bit. But yeah, apparently we don't get to do that. This will be just flag bearer, I think. I mean, there was always this risk, but if we hadn't drawn this hand, we should have been able to pick up a few of those. We should have been able to easily province here, but yeah, so let's pick up a duchy and end our buys. Let's see, hopefully the AI can finish the game. No, it can't, but it can triple province. No, it doesn't. It chooses to not spend its 7 coffers. So we do need to draw here, play again, trash the flag bearer, I think, for also cards. Now here we can really start our journey to draw, play again, trash a specialist to 4+1 card. play more specialists to double play this, gain some gain some spices. They're actually nicer than golds at this point because because of the two coffers we get. Now we get to, I don't know, play this for coins, play again for coins, play again for gaining treasures, play again for gaining treasures, and yeah, we can trash a bunch of those for coins, play again, and finally hit a bunch of money and end the game in style, almost buying out everything that there is. But it was closer than I anticipated. Like this dud on the second to last turn, even though we saw 6 cards, was a bit nasty. In any case, that's my deck. It's pretty simplistic, completely relying on this League of Shopkeepers synergy. And that's the AI's deck, also solid, I guess, but yeah, we just had more stuff going on. Like if you look at our last turn, we would have had this essentially the same turn the turn before had we just found one of our brokers. And yeah, so maybe one of the things I could have done differently was putting in one more broker, one less specialist there, but a bit of variance is not uncommon for Dominion. So yeah, with that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. The playthrough itself was rather short. That's good for me. I get to sleep a bit more, and I will try to catch you next time, which probably won't be tomorrow, as I have to fly back, and then yeah, it, it will be much too late, as I also have a party that I'll attend. So yeah, probably not tomorrow, but on the weekend, I'm sure that I'll find the time to record another daily. Yeah, catch you there, and goodbye.